know, life is so exciting, and of course, being down here at the Peppermill Lounge, which is amazing, on Las Vegas Boulevard, and of course, this place has been here for years. But also, this is Elvis Presley's booth, and now we have Donovan, who is very, very well known in Vegas, in Las Vegas, for quite a few things. I said to myself, well, which one are we going to talk about? He said, all of them. Now, you also have a band.
I do. Yep.
Because that's the first thing I love to hit is the music industry. Now, what do you do in the band?
I'm the lead singer and I'm the founder of the band.
And what's the name of the band?
It's called the Little Bit Country Band.
The Little Bit Country Band, which means country music?
Yeah, as the name would suggest, it is a little bit country.
Yeah.
A lot of times people get distracted by the name country or the word country in the name of the band.
Especially being English, we usually think it's country music.
This is what I like to say. We do a little bit of country, we do a little bit of rock, we do a little bit of everything, but most importantly, we have a hell of a lot of fun.
And that's the idea.
That's it.
That's the absolute. Have you got any bookings going on? Or?
Yes, we are currently booked at the Hideaway, formerly Larry's Hideaway.
Yeah, Larry's Hideaway.
Larry LaPinta.
Yes.
We're there the last Friday of every month. So you can catch the Little Bit Country Band, yep. And looking to be booked probably the whole week of December 1st, the first week in December for when the NFR gets here.
Oh, how fabulous. So, but then you do other things. What you know, it's fascinating about Vegas. People in Vegas that have bands or they're singers, they always seem to do something else. And
Yeah.
Is this part of the course?
Yeah, for me it has been. I've been singing in one way or another in Las Vegas for over 25 years now.
Oh my goodness.
I started singing karaoke, of course, and then I moved to being a karaoke host. I had the first licensed karaoke company here in town, and at the time I was also stock car racing.
Stock car racing. Now that's fascinating to me. But the karaoke, I want to ask you something about the karaoke.
Yeah.
Karaoke started quite a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And was this a great entree for people that thought they could sing or maybe could sing and to sort of come up and like sort of face an audience but without having to be the best?
Yes. You know, the strange thing about karaoke is often I hear people say, oh, I'm no good. I should. And really what karaoke was designed for was that person. Was to go out and do something they don't normally get to do and have a lot of fun doing it. And it wasn't supposed to be for professionals or semi-professional singers.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is a good stepping stone.
So it's a great stepping stone for someone to go out there and if they're shy or they're inhibited by people.
Absolutely.
And this is not recorded. Nobody expects the greatest thing ever.
Right.
And so when you get out there and you have quite a good voice and you project it, then they're surprised and you get all the cheers.
And you never know. You just never know. I have heard some amazing talent over the years here in Las Vegas. Actually, a good friend of mine, Mr. Daryl Scott, was for a time the lead singer for the Platters.
Oh, really?
And he comes to karaoke quite often, 2 or 3 times a week.
The Platters used to be my very, very favorite. Oh my goodness, was this Red Sails in the Sunset they sang?
Yeah, the smoke gets in your eyes.
Yes, in the smoke, but Red Sails in the Sunset was one of my very favorite songs. Yeah. They had this beautiful harmony. Oh, it was so gorgeous.
Yeah.
So you have a karaoke company?
I don't anymore.
Well, you don't anymore, so you sold that?
I did. I actually... I sold the first karaoke company I started. I partnered up with somebody else on another one, and I gave that up to pursue a career
yes.
as an entertainment coordinator. Somebody that you had on your show before and interviewed, Bobby Kingston, and Melissa Kingston,
I know Bobby
the Saddle
Kingston.
Inspirson.
Yes, I know very well. Bobby Kingston's very sweet. Love it.
I was Bobby's entertainment coordinator over there, and then I moved into the management position for a while. And I discovered that I wanted to be in a band. I had been in...
You wanted to be back in a band?
Well, I wanted my own band.
You wanted your own band?
I had sung with other people's bands.
Now, I understand in Vegas that you've got quite a choice of who you can have in the band. But there's only one problem. It's for them to turn up for the gig.
It's not so much getting them to turn up for the gig because that's when they get paid.
Yes, but...
So as far as showing up to get paid, they're there. It's getting them to rehearse before the gig.
I knew there was before the gig. Because you have to rehearse.
Oh, absolutely.
You've got to be coordinated somehow. I just had 3 girls on and, you know.
Well, we're really fortunate here in Las Vegas to have tons of really talented musicians who can show up to a gig and play.
Yes.
You know, you just give them the kind of the basic outline of the music that you're doing and their familiarity with it, and they can play it. that's
and you can
different
you
from other
can
places.
ad-lib like that because they're such professionals. They know exactly your beat and what you want and the tone of your voice.
Yeah, there are people who are so professional that
No.
all you do is tell them the basic, the beat, the key that you're going to play in, kind of the feel,
Yes.
and they'll play it. And once one of the musicians gets started, the others kind of fall in line
They
with
fall
them.
in line with it. That's wonderful.
So
you're performing once a month at the moment with other things coming on in. What else do you do?
What do I do in the
This is
meantime?
fascinating.
Okay, well, about 10 years ago, I started a business called Allison Residential Maintenance,
Okay.
doing property preservation and stuff like that. And I got
Property preservation. Now, what is that? Is that
a lot of the homes were back in 2008. A lot of the homes were being repossessed and things like
Yes,
that.
yes.
People were losing them,
Yes.
and the banks had a hard time keeping them in shape
Yes.
until they got them sold again.
yes?
And so
I
I
know
created
through
that
that.
company. Yeah.
So you would keep an eye on the homes. Would you redo them and would you look after
Well,
them?
yeah. For instance, broken glass, we board up the windows or put new glass in. Keep the lawns and things maintained.
Awesome.
And,
Awesome.
And then I got a couple of requests for commercial maintenance, and it's very similar. Everything is. So I started A1 Property Maintenance, which is just a sister company of Allison Residential,
Yeah.
so that we can handle either or.
Yeah.
That was 10 years ago, and that I still hold that business.
And that
license.
developed. Did that develop?
It developed into now my latest venture is called Ironwood Customs, and I build custom pallet wood, recycled cable spools, upcycled wood furniture.
Oh, this man is so talented.
Well, wait,
What,
I'm
is
not
it
done.
outdoor wood furniture or indoor wood furniture?
I just delivered a whole living room set to the inside of somebody's living room yesterday.
Really? And
Yeah,
you made it? Well,
two-
you had it made? Or
No, I made it.
You
I
actually
made it
made
with
it?
these 2 hands. Yeah. I made a custom bench and 2 end tables and a coffee table and a side table for the back behind the bench.
And how long would that take you to do?
All those pieces would take me about 2 weeks.
That's all?
Yeah.
And you said something about recycling. So is this
Well,
recycling wood or
All the pallets and all
Yes.
the wood that I use to build the furniture is
Yes.
recycled.
It's all recycled wood.
Yeah, it's all
So
it's
he's
all
doing
things
an
people
awful
are
lot
discarding.
of, yes, the people that are getting rid of, you're
Yes.
now recycling it all and using it. So a lot of it could be very old and will have that lovely,
Yes.
gorgeous old look, which I
Yes.
love.
Yes.
That looks amazing.
Yeah.
Now, what would you charge for that?
That particular living room set was $1,200.
$1,200. Now, was it worth $1,200? Well, it was worth $1,200, but was it worth $1,200 of all the time of buying the wood and the time and everything else?
Well,
Because it seems like an awful lot of work to me.
it's definitely a labor of love, and I definitely don't charge for all the hours that I put into it.
No.
It keeps me out of trouble, keeps me busy.
Now, wait a minute, we're going
And,
to see what trouble. If you weren't doing that, you want to be kept out of trouble. What trouble would you get into?
Well,
A leading question.
yeah, I don't know exactly how to put this. I drank up all my drink tickets, and probably most of yours too, at one point in my life or another.
In
So
other words, you like the booze.
I like the booze
You
and
he
the
boozed it
lifestyle
up.
that went with it and everything. And so about 10 years ago, it seems like everything really started happening
10
for
years
me about
ago.
10 years ago.
Yes, yes.
I found myself into a recovery program.
Oh,
And part of a recovery program is to give back what you've been given so freely. And so I found a way to do that.
so you served everybody drinks.
Well, I did that
So
for quite some time here in
everybody-
Vegas.
All the drinks he had, he gave back.
No, a gentleman took me one time out rock climbing, and he said, "This is a different way to get high." And
Oh, yeah, no pun intended.
No.
I mean, hello.
Get up to the top of the rock and turn around and look over the whole entire Vegas Valley, and it's a feeling that can't really even be described unless you've
And
done
you
it.
felt that if I was drunk, I could not be here.
Well, I felt like if I was going to continue down that road, I'd be dead.
No. Well, you're very much alive now.
Very much alive
Right.
now, and it's because of what this man did for me. So I thought, how can I do this for other people? And I talked about it for about 4 years and didn't do a damn thing. And then one day I got somebody in my life who motivated me and said, "You talk really passionately."
Must have been a woman, right?
It was.
Had to be a woman.
I so hate to admit it. She said, "You talk really passionately about this. Why aren't you doing it yet?" And so she motivated me to the point to where we're doing it now.
And it's got On the Rocks.
Yes, it's a Las Vegas-based nonprofit. We take kids off of drugs, out of gangs, the kinds of trouble that you were talking about earlier.
When I had this young lady
We
on.
take those kids and we take them and show them how to do something else.
Okay, so you better meet Lala and see what
Absolutely.
you can do with Lala.
We were talking just before I came on.
and see how we can help her daughter. She's only 13, and you know,
but see, I don't want to just help her daughter. I want to go find the kids
help
that
the
are
other
giving her
kids
trouble,
to
and I
help.
want to take them too.
Help them because the daughter doesn't really need any help because she really didn't do anything.
No.
But in fact, she helps.
But she's welcome to go. That's the
course.
thing is why can't we all get along? Why can't we?
Well, wasn't it? Who was that? Rodney King said that, didn't he? Rodney King got on.
Why can't we
He
just
says,
get
"Why
along?"
can't we all just get along?" And it
Yeah.
was just a simple saying and a simple. So, if anybody wants to reach you in your many endeavors of life, he's got a lot. How can anybody reach you?
Donovan Allison on Facebook in Las Vegas, or On the Rocks. Donovan at On the Rocks, on-the-rocks.org. The Little Bit Country Band on Facebook. Ironwood Customs on Facebook. So the best and easiest way is look me up, Donovan Allison on Facebook, and you can find everything.
And then you can find everything from there because they have all these little links and all
Please
this stuff.
like and share and donate if you can to On the Rocks.
Why did you call it On the Rocks?
It was a play on words having to do with alcohol.
I'll
have mine on the rocks.
Have mine on the rocks.
Yeah. And there was a little literal portion to it. We're actually taking them and putting them on the rocks.
Yes, absolutely. That's what. Well, Donovan, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for
Absolutely
having me.
amazing story. I guess what we've got out of this story is that you can be anywhere and end up in another place. But you have to make your mind up as to what you want to do and the road you want to go through, because sometimes it can be a little bit difficult. And no pun intended, but you can be on the rocks. But really be on the rocks. We'll be right back.